I think it's a fucking jerk-off thing to do. Like, I didn't watch the video. If the video is what those people are saying, you're an asshole for putting that video out. You're an asshole for saying...
And that's fine. You can say that. I can't say that.
But you're an asshole for saying that Kawasaki is taking Eli Tomac's part.
The MX media has been trolling me for years. Maybe it's because I'm the only guy that has the balls to talk about PEDs, rider safety, and now the possibility that support moves to a rider that has a multi-year contract and potential ability to win further for Kawasaki on a limited budget. Why don't you guys stay in your lane? Because if you get in mine, I'm going to brake check you because I'm out front. Gives me a great idea. There's a boxing fad going on right now. Why don't we have in one corner Mathless, the corrupt media dictator, versus the nobody, Hop D Hoop. Now that's a fight I might actually pirate. So for those of you that don't follow me or Pulp MX, here's some context. I made this video and Pulp MX was upset about it. A lot of people are upset about it. I mean, they must not watch the video. And so I'm going to be a meme fact checker, and I'm just going to go over what was said about me and rebuttal, potentially piss people off more or add some clarity to the situation. So let's just get into it. 1,000-foot view, I make this video suggestive, speculating that, hey, could support being removed from Tomac's bike or just Tomac's program in general to go to AC because he has a better likelihood of winning championships? Or is Tomac ready to retire and he's burnt out? Let me know. And it just kind of went haywire. But it's interesting that I feel that the guys over at Pulp are kind of contradicting themselves, because Mathless says, hey, watching Tomac yesterday, has no idea what the fuck's going on with him. He says he even talked to him and he went back to old settings. I'm like, sure, why not go to old settings? It's not like riders ever tell the truth anyway. You know, I mean, I feel like the majority of media in general kind of stretches the truth. It's they want to talk about my clickbait, but that's beside the point. There's other issues: safety, drugs, people not getting paid bonuses, injury clauses to where people don't. I mean, there's a lot of loopholes. But digressing, what I was saying is these guys are just contradicting themselves, saying that they have no idea what's going on with Tomac. I mean, it's a 5-hour-long podcast, and I guess you have to have 5 hours so you get a shit ton of ads in, because that's, I guess, the only way you're going to make revenue, because if you use any new age technology like analytics, you'll know that the average span of people is less than 5 minutes. So I guess, yeah, he is copycatting Gypsy podcast now and cutting them up, which good for him. It's about time he starts doing something like that. But let's just hear it from the horse's mouth that they have no idea what's going on.
All of a sudden, now it's
No,
helping.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't like. He's not mailing it in. Like, he's a champion. He's a winner. Like, if he wins a national, it's $100,000. He wins a title, it's $1 million. Like, there's money to be made for him to go fast. Like, I don't see it. Like, I don't. And he's got pride. He's got ego. He can't possibly be stoked about getting blown off the track. I'm shocked at what I saw.
Okay, so in a roundabout way, he kind of agrees with me. There's something else going on with Tomac if it's not his ability to ride the motorcycle. Interesting. All right, let's just get into the meat and potatoes.
Right.
They said they saved 7 pounds off the bike last year. I don't know where the hell you find 7 pounds, but certainly looks better.
Right.
Yeah, and then one last thing. Who the hell is Johnny Hopper? Because
I know who Johnny Hopper. That's me. Dude on YouTube. Ex-pro rider. Washed-up pro rider. Has a lot of life experience that decides to give free info to the world on riding dirt bikes and things that I did wrong. There's a saying, the best teacher of experience is not your own. And what I mean by that is, if you talk to a billionaire, you don't want to ruin a bunch of companies before you become a billionaire. You learn from them, okay? They write books and blah, blah, blah. You use their experience. A mechanic, veterinarian mechanic, one like Mathless, he could probably teach you a lot about how to work on a motorcycle and all the mistakes that he had because his experience, okay? Trainers, Alden Baker, a bunch of other people, you know, they will help you because of their experience. Me, I went to YouTube to give out free content. Yes, it's free content for riding ability, things of being a privateer, the hard knocks, whatever. I put it out there for free. Okay.
His shit's just straight clickbait, and it's like
sometimes
today's video was Tomac sabotage, and there was another one where Eli choke Mac.
Wow. I did put a video out that said choke Mac, but in my defense, because that's what I'm doing right here, is I guess I'm defending myself, is he kind of choked during that race, and my channel is more of a comedic relief entertainment to some of the news, so you're supposed to take it with a grain of salt because we're all fucking adults here. If we look at my audience, everyone is over the age of 25, the majority of them. Okay, self-explanatory. Where the damn is the video again? Okay.
So so I got some tweets and DMs. We might have even got some questions tonight for the Motorsport Tweet at Tit segment about Works Parts and Eli. Is that where it's coming from? Because
I assume that Tomac. I didn't watch the damn video. I wouldn't even
How do you
the
know
guy
about it?
like the clicks, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But I saw one like Anderson.
Okay, I don't need
like
your
the
clicks because I
title,
make no money.
or the thumbnail was Anderson says "screw you" to AMA or something along those
I didn't
lines.
say that.
That's not
Another person, but cool. Well, we can do that.
what he said. Like, just total clickbait.
So
Who
yeah,
is this dude?
I don't know, but that's the thing. So JT, you were attached on that tweet about this guy that said he heard Cowie took the Works Parts away.
Yeah, it has to be from there. I mean, it has to be.
Like, why would anybody believe that? Why would you send me a tweet or a DM on Instagram asking me if Cowie took the Works Parts away from Eli Tomac? Like, what are you doing believing?
Did you got someone on Instagram?
I personally think that it's happened in the past, okay? I've had riders tell me that it's happened in the past. So, and in my video, I gave I gave two scenarios, and I wanted you guys to banter and talk about it.
Kawasaki is doing. Do I know for 100% certainty that this is what they're doing? I don't. So don't give me shit that I don't know what's up, because there's probably a good chance that I don't. But I'm going to give you two scenarios.
Looks good.
As to why Tomac is so far off the pace. One might surprise you.
Okay. Just moving on with these shenanigans.
I'm telling them.
No, that's stupid. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, Cardinal's wondering if it's true.
JT.
Yeah.
And Mark Twain has also said, I'm just pulling out quotes here, if you're on the side of the majority, you should stop and reflect, okay? There's a lot of politics that are involved in racing, and all the magazines, everybody, they don't talk about it, okay? I find that it's highly possible, maybe it's unlikely, okay, that's tipsy-turvy there, that this is a possibility that could happen. Is it Works Parts, or is it just, hey, we're going to focus most of our support on Tomac? Because, A, we don't want to pay him $1 million to win the championship, you know, because we could use that money somewhere else because they're getting it from Cowie. Obviously, Cowie's going to want, the manufacturer back in Japan is going to want somebody to win, but it's got to be cost effective. If they've done the analytics and they think that Tomac is not going to hurt their sales, because it's not all about just winning races to sell motorcycles, guys. Okay, we live in 2021, social media, everything. There's different ways to sell motorcycles. They might sell a motorcycle better if they give freaking Mayweather a Kawasaki dirt bike than let Tomac, to where he's got, or Elon Musk or some crap, because they've got 50 million followers versus somebody that has like 1 million. It's about reach. So I'm just ranting.
I know.
They get the parts.
Carnell's
Okay.
gotta find the parts.
Yeah, Carnell's got the parts.
Yeah.
Carnell's got the parts.
So so obviously, okay, I want to say
in Jeremy McGrath's book way back, he talked about kind of support moving from him to DV, and that book was written I don't know how long ago too. So, the shit's out there. It happens.
half a dozen tweets and Instagram DMs. People are believing this, right? Because why would you ask Pulp MX this? Why would you, this would be like somebody telling me, like me reading hey, an alien banged my wife, and then I'm gonna send somebody an email. Hey, an alien bang your wife?
I might watch the show on a regular. That sounds entertaining.
I would see that. And write it off as garbage. Just as a viewer, I would see.
You take stuff with a grain of salt.
And so if I saw something that said Eli Tomac doesn't have works parts, I would write that off as fucking garbage. I wouldn't send.
Yeah.
Maybe he's mad
I'm
he
not
didn't
saying
say it
Snow.
himself.
I'm not saying you. I'm saying these people that send me messages. Why would you believe that?
No, that's what I'm saying. I agree 100%.
Right.
Because I listened to your guys' review, the Lakewood review, and I'm 100% on board with you guys. Literally, that would be.
JT, how insane
sense.
would that be, JT, to believe that?
But honestly, we're so wrapped up in this thing. There are a lot of casual fans that they just don't know. They don't know how preposterous that sounds. And when I see that video, I watched about 3.5 seconds of it.
Okay, so you got no gist of it. Thanks,
it made
Jason.
me really angry that these theories are being put out there because it's ridiculous.
DM me, dude. Talk to me.
I don't have a good enough vocabulary to really explain how ridiculous it is.
It's because we're all motorcycle racers that skip school to ride dirt bikes.
Johnny Hopper at all. He could be super nice. He probably is. I don't. But
sometimes I'm an
to
asshole.
put a video out there like that, to me, for one, it's irresponsible because it's wildly inaccurate. I don't believe that you spoke to anyone in Kawasaki. That would be my guess. First and foremost, that's what you're supposed to do, right?
You don't think you spoke to anybody at Cowie? Yeah.
But I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. If you're going to really do something like this, you're supposed to try to reach out to someone at Cowie, ask someone at their PR department. You can't just make wild accusations like that and want somebody to take you seriously. So with that in mind, I don't take it seriously at all. If anything, it just pisses me off because just like what you're dealing with, people believe that crap, and that's exactly what it is. It's crap.
But see, that's exact same page I'm on, JT. I had zero chance of believing any of the shit that's on there. Even the thumbnail, it agitates me because I'm I've been a hardcore fan for years, over a decade, and it's I see that and I'm wait, all these people are going to be on YouTube and they're going to see this and they're going to think, what? What do you mean? That doesn't make any fucking you're just spreading bullshit.
It's disingenuous. It's disingenuous to put that out there without any basis of truth at all to that. It's stupid. And for people to believe it, you're even stupider to believe it. Why would Cowie?
I give people the benefit of the doubt because
I've given you a couple reasons as to why Cowie would do it.
Inside the pits, some of these people, they don't know.
These guys don't know either.
I feel for them a little bit because they are being led astray by someone who knows better. They know better. Johnny Hopper raced Supercross. I don't know his results offhand or anything, but I know he raced professionally. He knows better than that. Why on God's green earth would Kawasaki ever do that? Ever. Just
money. Why else does anyone do anything? Money. We all know that the sport doesn't have a whole lot of money. It's not too far-fetched, I don't think. Just support. It doesn't have to be works parts. It could just be time.
Just one logical reason. It's not Eli Tomac's not an engineer. He's not being ooh, let me tinker in here and I can share some detailed data with the Yamaha team who doesn't share any of these parts and it's.
And why not? I mean, Jason makes a good point there. He could share info with the Kawasaki team to the Star Racing team if they're trying to come up and beat them because they've been a good force for the last few years. Come on, let's. We all know what happens in the back of the pits. There's a lot of shit that gets talked, okay? You want to use whatever advantage that you can obtain. I mean, it's the reason why people cheat in business and in racing and everything, because I'm not going to sit here and say that it doesn't happen because I was one of the fuckers that decided to try to cheat.
completely irrelevant. Let me do that. Like the engine's not even the same.
So
basic
that's the theory of this video, is that they're not doing it because he's leaving.
I refuse to watch it.
All right. Okay.
I know.
Yeah, I haven't watched it either. It's not worth clicking on.
I've been asked enough about it that I know the gist of it, and I read the title, and I've heard other people hypothesize this because they did watch it. So I know exactly what they're saying, but it's infuriating. Yeah. It's unbelievable.
I'm glad you're mad. There's no such thing as bad press. You guys talking about it, more people are getting involved.
I called the people who believe it's stupid 2 minutes ago. Maybe not, because if you don't know, if you're just I'm just a fan of baseball, and if Chris Betts tells me something about baseball, I just go okay, because I don't really know.
You're trusting the guy. You're trusting the guy sharing information with you.
Right.
And not everybody's an insider. That's what I think the most infuriating for me is these people are looking to you for some sort of insight, and that's what you're offering up. Like that's what you're going to bring to the table.
Yeah,
that's stupid.
And these guys just said that they don't know what's going on. I gave a potential possibility as to what could be going on. He's having a baby. It's money. It's I'm gonna retire, or it could be the latter. Yeah. So it happened to me a little bit more clickbaity. Sort of how the internet works, guys. Come on. I think you guys are just upset that you guys aren't allowed to talk about this stuff.
That's terrible.
Thanks, Snow. Thanks for the comment.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
And I really try to be careful with. I don't like hurling insult. That's not, because I don't know him at all, and I think he's a pretty nice guy. I've heard that he is a nice guy.
He works for Fly Racing UPS. He's not allowed to say anything.
I'm not trying to insult him, but I generally, other than just trying to create revenue off of clicks.
Okay, JT, you wanna let's hit you with some truth here, dude. $605, okay, for 167,000 views. I'm damn near making $4 an hour. A lot of my videos don't even fucking get monetized because I put content in there that is copyright because, I'm a creator and I want to make people laugh. I give a lot of free information out there. I'm not doing this to Jesus. Like, let's be real. I make quite a bit more money trading cryptocurrency. Speaking of cryptocurrency, why don't you follow Johnny Crypto?
I want money.
See what I did there? I put an ad in there. Just kind of like I learned it from Pulp MX to put 87 ads in their video. So just moving on.
I don't know why you would ever do something like that. You can't really think that's accurate.
Yeah,
you work for Flying WPS, so you need to be that way. I think it's a fucking jerk-off thing to do. Like, I didn't watch the video. If the video is what those people are saying, you're an asshole for putting that video up. You're an asshole for saying...
And that's fine. You can say that. I can't say that.
But you're an asshole for saying that Kawasaki is taking Eli Tomac's parts.
So I'm confused.
Especially, this guy raced pro? This guy raced pro?
Yeah,
he knows about factory parts?
He should know. Right. He should know, yes.
Yeah.
Do you think it's good for the sport? And not that he's saying what he is, but that he's creating...
Thank you. Harmon is trying to defend me a little bit. This video's already gone on way too long. I'm one freaking individual. I don't know why we have this cancel culture that if anybody has different views, let's just ostracize them. I was ostracized from the local pro motocross, and I've been ostracized from the professional part. I can't get press passes, etc. Nobody returns my phone calls, whatever. It just makes me sad. I don't effing need motorcycles. Motorcycles damn near ruined my life, and it took my best friend away from me, and blah 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 blah. Woe's Johnny Hopper. I know every effing privateer out there is going to be successful. And the reason why I know that is because these guys work their fucking ass off day in, day night, do the box van, do all sorts of stuff. They get hardly any recognition, and they get paid shit. But I don't want to say the definition, but I am somebody that you can look up to, that you can be successful after effing racing if you never even made money in racing because it's against you. There's this whole scenario where there's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow with racing, and it's not fucking there. If you're not on a team since being 10 years old or little Mr. Deegan, you're not gonna make money in the long run about this. The cost of doing business is astronomical. You need a fucking $50,000 motorcycle, and you get paid $900 if you make a main event, or $250 if you finish a moto just outside the top 20. Like, it's not adding up. And then you got hospital bills and all sorts of shit out there. So I've talked multiple times about, hey, we need to have a riders union and things going on, but the industry is brainwashed to be thinking that it's surviving, and it's not surviving. And there's such a small little pie of money going around here that everyone fights about it, and they want to give me a fucking hard time about putting speculative information out there, which there is a truth to most of it. And again, like I said, I've given a lot of free info as far as riding, and not defending myself anymore. If you're a privateer out there, we don't need the sport. The sport needs us. And until we decide differently, nothing is going to change. And I've said it multiple times. You guys are fucking going to be successful after riding, and you're going to be like me at the end of it, and you're going, if you're healthy, if you make it out healthy, because you didn't get paralyzed, you have a cognitive ability to go do something else. If you take half of the time that you spent racing effing dirt bikes and put it into a business or something, you're going to be successful. So now I know why Pulp MX's boss was messaging me the other day. Interesting. Just interesting. I'm done. Walking away.